stance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your fifth grand. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they action money.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What? 40!
Check back 47. Hey, let's get in that hole.
On first down, Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
380!
Check 56. All day, baby. All day.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Watch the run. They're running it.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Army. Check. Look left. Check.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Switch up. Go. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. 47.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
13 yards on the play.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
3 bud. Wide. Get wide. Gun. We got motion. Back up. 47.
Now it's Carson. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. What we got? Good guys, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready. Waiting. 5-9.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
25 yards. And the Saints first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We go 21.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You kill. Hey, easy.
Breeze now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's going to look deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
This is Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got three.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the three, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Ready.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Go, go, go.
Throwing now is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Come on, one thing for sure, You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready, 95, 56, 95, 56. You're good, you're good. I'm full, ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brees now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the play. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Brees now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And the Saints, 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On 1st down, Brees. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check, 56. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. We ain't giving him nothing today.
Breeze to throw again. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Mike's 56. Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On first down, Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
What? 280. 47's the mic.
Here we go, here we go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Zebra.
Check, check like 47.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Kill. 64.
At the Seahawks 33-yard line.
Check. Kill. Undercross. 5-1. Hey, kill. Ready, back.
On 2nd down and 4. Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First down, Saints.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
General West.
Check 99.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 5-8.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. No. Check. We go 21.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 5-9. Hey, easy. 11. 56 to my boy. 56. Check 56. Tonight.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Saints 31, Seahawks 20.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, his throw incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bree's going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wilson throwing again. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready. Yellow lady. Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Bree's going to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. that's under pressure. They got him again. Cameron Jordan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete.